Alright, so these are the Kelvedon Wonder peas. And they're going to be going into this pea cage. I'm going to get some netting around it. Just put the netting up there. Just lifted it up out of the way so that I can get the planting done. But I'm going to integrate the chicken manure pellets into it to give it that boost of nutrition for the peas. That's all going to be worked into the soil now, and then we'll plant them up. I've got those canes as well. The canes are going to be pushed through into the ground. Once the pea plants are in, I'm going to push them all in around the peas, and then they can use that as a climb. They can use those poles to climb. That's the idea. They're going to be quite well stocked. I'm putting all them in. We're doing some at home as well. I've got these as well that we're going to be putting into the buckets at home. As you know, we had the failures with the peas this year, so I've had to buy these from Paul Green, but they're not too bad. They tend to have 1 or 2 seeds per station, per cell. So really we're looking at probably about 40 pea plants there that are going to be going into this area. Protected from the pigeons. You want the pollinators to get in, the bees and whatnot, you want them to get in, but you want to keep the pigeons out. I'm just looking around now to see if there are any. There were before. There was a couple of pigeons banging around, but they'll just destroy your peas. They'll be all over them. They'll pick them clean, those pea plants. Alright, they love pea shoots. So we're going to work that in now, and then we'll get planting up. Okay folks, now the soil that is in that little pea bed is quite clayey, it's quite heavy, claggy. So I'm going to loosen it and lighten it up a little bit with the addition of some perlite. It also needs, in my opinion, it needs a little bit more organic matter adding in there. We've got that readily available. So I'm going to put some 6X concentrated farmyard manure in it. If Lee's watching this tonight, Lee Wazzer, then they've got the 6X. I've tried to send you an SMS or whatever it's called, a photograph through, but I don't think it's come through to you. But they've got it in at Paul Green, where I've just been. I sent you a picture if you get it. Paul Green Nurseries on Church Lane in Charnock Richard. That's where they've got it. They've got about 40 bags, 15 kilo bags. I'm going to go up and get some 6X now, and I'm going to put a kilo or so inside there, along with the perlite. A good few handfuls of perlite, and then you'll see it when it's come. So that's it as it stands now. It's took about 20 minutes there to work it all through and crumble it by hand. So I'm going to add some perlite in there, and that'll open up the soil a little bit and let the water flow through a little bit better, so it doesn't get overly claggy and waterlogged. And it'll help also to aerate the soil so that the roots of the peas, when they are planted in, will be able to spread the wings better and get better established in the looser soil mix. Okay, boys and girls, now that has had about 6 cupped handfuls of the 6X, and I've worked it thoroughly in. Now that's not going to help with the clagginess of the soil. In fact, if anything, it'll make it a bit worse. So I'm going to add in this perlite, and these little briquettes of perlite in there will loosen up the soil, and allow, as I say, the rainwater to drain a little bit better. But also it'll allow the roots to find their way under the soil as well. You don't want it too claggy, the soil, because it'll retard the spread of the plant's roots underneath. So yeah, we'll add that in. All right. It's like a white Christmas, doesn't it? Now all I'm going to be doing with the perlite is working it in to the soil with my mitts, massaging the soil with it. And this will all integrate now. It's had a good going over. This is not no dig, boys and girls. Although I haven't got anything against no dig at all. This is not no dig. We are going to be trying the no dig next time. So stay tuned for that. But I need to loosen it up, and I need to loosen up this soil pretty quick. So I'm adding it in and I'm working it through with my hands. And that's all we're going to be doing. You don't need to put too much in, you know. It's not like carrots. Carrots tend to need a good loose soil. Sandy soil, really, carrots. We're going to be trying the carrots in a bit as well. Next weekend, we're going to be starting the carrots off in the buckets. The bucket method, which we've done before. And it worked before. And we're going to be doing it again. So that's going to be all going in. Leave me with that. I'll get it all mixed in and integrated. I may even add a little touch more, just to try and lighten it a little bit more. In fact, I will. But yeah, leave me with it. Look at that for a beautiful loamy bed. If I was a pea, I'd be made up to live in there, me. If I was a pea. We'll see how these peas get on. Let's get them in. Like I say, I'm going to try and get 24 cells worth into there, which shouldn't be a problem. Let's crack on. So there we are. A well-filled pea cage. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the third set of peas we've done this. The first two were eaten by the mice, but this is the third that we got from Paul Green. They're already established now, them, so they're established little plants. All I've got to do is keep the birds off from that. We want the pollinators to get in, so they can, and then we've got to keep the birds off. So I've got the pea net in there, and I'm just going to drop that down. It's sort of going to hook on to these screws, but unfortunately, with me not having me drill driver, I've not got a drill driver because it got nicked in it from the shed. I'm going to have to purchase one of those when I get paid next week, I think, and then we'll sort that out. We'll put some more screws in there so it'll be able to attach a bit better. But I'll drop it down now. They're all in there now. How many have we got in there? Was it 20 or 21, something like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22 in there, and a couple of them are twice as... they don't mind growing together, the peas. And what they'll do is they'll climb up these canes that I've put in. As well for the pigeons, to keep the pigeons off, we've got the cage at the top, which is one of those cage drawer things that I've got. I don't know where we got it from, though. I think Mick got it from somewhere and passed it on to us. We've got we've got 2 or 3. We had 3, I think, and then Mick took one back. He wanted one back, so he took one back. But that fits into there. It doesn't quite fill the whole of it, so I'm having to I'll have to sort something out, really, for covering these ends so the pigeons can't get into there. But hopefully this will deter them. You know, if they try and land on this, it's not going to be a very good purchase for them. That netting's going to go over the top. There is a small gap at the top here, which I doubt that the pigeons will be able to directly fly into, and if they do, they won't be able to get out. So it'll be pigeon pie, won't it, for tea? But yeah, I'll drop that down. I'll let you see the netting on. Yeah, sunshine, rain, and pollinators. They'll be able to get in there, but hopefully no pigeons will. Like I say, I'm going to put a couple more screws around the sides so it can fix a little bit better, but it should deter them. Like I said, they won't like to land on this at the top. All I need to do is it takes literally 30 seconds to take that netting off and get in there to harvest the peas, to do me weeding, that kind of thing. I've angled the canes a little bit back, so hopefully when they do grow up and they grab hold of them canes, they'll keep away from this netting at the front. That's the only issue with the netting at the front. The tendrils that come off from the pea plant can potentially grab hold of them, and I don't want them doing that. I want them climbing up these instead of climbing up this. But we'll see how we go on. I'll just keep an eye on that when every time I come down, I'll check it and I'll detangle them from it. I don't mind them grabbing all the sides here, that's fine, in the back. And obviously the canes to climb up, but yeah, it could be a bit of a harvesting and maintenance issue if they're all over that net at the front. But it's not too much of a problem, that shouldn't be. There is this little bit of a gap here because the bit of netting that I had left was not quite sufficient. But it should be okay. I can't see him so well. You never know with a pigeon. What will probably happen is he'll probably sit on here peep his head round and think, all right, I'll jump in. That could be the case. I might have to. I have got some more netting knocking about somewhere, so I might have to do that. But I need a couple more screws to fix it to. There's a couple in the middle there, but there's none on the sides there, so I'm gonna have to get it. Probably I will do that actually, because it'll be playing on my mind a bit that they'll be able to get in. So I'm gonna sort that out. All right. I've got my fingers crossed, but I'm not holding out too much hope for these. These are the beetroots. We've got Detroit 2, Bolt Hardy, and the Cylindra there. And I did have some of them Moulin Rouge, but they're knackered, them. Absolutely knackered. I think what it was with these is they've been overwatered, to be fair. Overwatered and overheated in here, because I didn't have a chance to get them out. But I went to Paul Green initially to get some more beetroots and fill in these gaps. So yeah, I'm going to have to source some beetroot from somewhere, because Paul Green did not have any beetroot at all, which is unusual. They usually have beetroot. They usually have a bit of everything. Look at those cheerful little gnomes there. Little granddad with his little grandchild there. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? He's having a he's waving there, isn't he? Cute, isn't it? Hey! What's he up to? The dirty little pig. Anyway, folks, that's me for this evening. Or for today, for Sunday. Sunday the 22nd, is it, today? Of May. Good, that, isn't it? I like that. I might get a thumbnail with me like that. In fact, I will. So I hope you enjoyed that. Peace, love and happy Mondays. It is Monday tomorrow, so take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, we love you all. Don't work too hard, and I'll catch you in the week. I'm just going to be coming down doing the weeding and stuff like that. Maybe getting them tomatoes in tomorrow that I keep threatening to get in. Checking on me offshoots that we planted the other day. And all that kind of thing. All right, get some more spuds in. It's filling up now, these beds, and that's what we want. As you can see there, the bit of detritus knocking about. Bit of muck. But all these beds are looking weeded. I've just got to keep on top of the pathways and all the rest of it now. It's a constant battle with the weeds. But that's what we live for down here on the little farmer's farm, down in Eden, the Eden plots. Right, I'll catch you later on, guys. All right, take care. See you later. God bless. Bye-bye now.